Will Riley has declared for the draft. And unlike his teammate Kasparis Yakashonis that declared for the draft earlier this afternoon, this one was not for sure going to happen. There's at least a minor element of surprise on this news, but per Jonathan Gavoni at Draft Express, Illinois freshman Will Riley will enter the NBA draft, he told ESPN. If you read the story, if you read Will Riley's Instagram post, it doesn't leave much doubt that he's gone. Sometimes you see guys declare for the draft and it's like he's going to go through the process. He's going to
Mhm.
test the waters. There's not much terminology of that. This seems to indicate he plans to leave Illinois.
I'm just confused because didn't Will Riley post like 2 months ago, like a video that basically said like "Thank you, Illini"?
What do you mean?
Like I thought Will Riley's been declared.
Oh, you thought everybody knew this was done?
I mean, I don't know. I just got a text and all I can say is wow. But like, yeah, like I just figured he was gone.
Maybe I'm out of the loop on this, but at least since the season has ended, what
Uh-huh.
I've been told repeatedly from Illinois fans and people we interact with is, hey, their plan here is to get Sar and or bring Riley back. Once they locked up Big T, that was the first step. Let's get Big T back. They've got supposedly a bunch of money, a sizable amount of budget to basically get 1 to 2 wing superstars. And from what I was told, it sounded like the door was open to both Sar and Riley. And the first domino has fallen. Now maybe there's a world here. We can do a little just read between the lines here. Maybe this means that Sar is going to end up at Illinois. And if Will Riley knows that, maybe Will Riley was like, yeah, this makes my decision easy. Maybe Will Riley was going to do this no matter what Sar did. I kind of think that's the honest case here. And it just puts more pressure on getting Sar in orange and blue. But either way, it did feel like there was at least some hope, even if it was misguided hope, from Illinois fans that Will Riley would consider returning to school. And doesn't appear to be the case here. He appears to be gone. So I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. I was looking for the Instagram post I was talking about. Yeah, on April 1st, he like posted a video that would look like somewhat of a farewell kind of video, and I figured that was kind of the end of it. But yeah, this is obviously I understand why Will Riley left. I think it's the right decision he left. This is why he reclassed, right? And it's good that Illinois, he chose Illinois and they were able to get a year of Will Riley, but his goal was always to get to the NBA. That's why he reclassed in the first place. I think that was probably talked about, stated. That was kind of how they approached this season. And it sucks that, for one reason or another, you really didn't get to see, maybe what like full Will Riley experiences. I think you got in spurts, right? But, there was a lot of games where he didn't start and Will Riley only leaving with like 9 starts in his career just doesn't sit right with me. But now, Illinois has to move on and they lose 2 first-round draft picks in Kasparis and Will Riley, and they're gonna have to reload and try to improve upon a season I think was kind of underwhelming for the most part, whether it was their fault or adversity hitting their way with injuries and mono.
What's your grade for Will Riley as a season? Because I do not recall many seasons that have been as up and down as this one. I mean, obviously, one and done freshmen have ups and downs, but early in the year, I think there were Jet Howard comps being thrown around, which I think are pretty fair. They play very similarly, similar level prospects to me. And the difference to me, obviously, Illinois was a better team, number one, but two, Jet really didn't have like a 2 month dip in his ability to make shots. Will Riley did. He struggled to make anything from outside for a full 2 month part of the season. So obviously happy for Will that he got to his ultimate destination here regardless. But we interrupt this sleepers video to talk directly to you, our loyal listener. Have you ever found yourself watching us two idiots thinking, hey, I wish there was a very easy, small way for me to show a token of my appreciation for all of their hard work on all these videos I love to watch? Well, now we have just the way to do that.
Thanks to the beautiful folks over at Underdog Fantasy. They are helping us out this month, presenting a lot of the content coming out this month, giving you a chance with a amazing offer that you can use using our promo code that Gregory will tell you more about.
Yeah, so college hoop season's over. But we got like big time golf tournaments. The NBA playoffs are coming. Baseball season's underway. There's still a bunch of sports on. There's still a bunch of ways to play with Underdog Fantasy. Promo code SLEEPERS. As a new customer, you can get up to 1,000 bonus credits plus a free pick. It's one of the most fun ways to play. It's a great way to support us. And on some actual like non-ad read stuff, talking genuinely here, really helps us because if Underdog loves us, if we get a lot of people to sign up, they're going to help us continue to bring you the content that you love. Show your support. Join Underdog Fantasy. Use promo code SLEEPERS. Get up to $1,000 in bonus credits and a free pick. Man, the good was incredibly good. Unbelievable. Wow, you've got to watch this guy. The bad was like, we can't play him. He can't make anything bad. So, what's his overall grade at the whole sum of his season at Illinois?
I'd give it like a B to B plus. I thought he finished very strong, which I think really helped him. I thought he was I thought he's Illinois' best player for the latter part of the season.
Until the game that sent them packing. Yeah, but
Yeah, but
his
okay.
final grandiose performance in orange and blue was 1 for 7 from the floor with 3 turnovers to 1 assist in 26 minutes
Yeah, well, I'm throwing that one away.
in a game he lost by 9.
Yeah, I'm throwing that one away. B.
Okay. All right. Maybe I'm being harsh. I don't know. I hard for me to call it a B even when like he came off the bench for 80% of the season behind Benham Rickhouse.
That's Brad's fault.
Cardi shot 26% from 3 in conference play.
That's Brad's fault.
This guy is he's getting drafted.
What he shoot from two in conference play?
He's getting drafted just for his ability to shoot, and he shot 26% from 3 in conference play.
What he shoot from two?
51%.
It's pretty damn good.
It's not what he was supposed to do.
Do you believe Will Riley can shoot?
Yeah.
All right, well
But
then
that's what, like, if I believe he can shoot and he shoots 26% for an entire conference season on a team that underachieves, we're calling that a B? Like,
meet me in the middle.
I will remember Will Riley's season as
I-
pretty,
you're
pretty
not
damn
grading. You're
disappointing.
not grading him on his shooting though. You're grading him on his what he did.
I will remember Will Riley's one season in Illinois as pretty damn disappointing and so good in the final month when he finally got the starting lineup spot that he should have had all season long. I will remember that as something that salvaged what could have been for 30 games. It was basically there for 2 weeks, and it should have been there for 30 games. So, um, yeah, I don't know what you do with it. It's one of those guys. Like I think Illinois fans will be really happy for him if he has NBA success, but this is the danger of landing and recruiting guys that are better prospects than college basketball players. And I saw Michigan went through this as well 5 years ago. Like when you build teams around guys that have NBA aspirations that are good enough to be in the NBA, but aren't good enough to be even first team all freshmen in your conference
Mhm.
or even for any all Big Ten team, who's what, honorable mention, sixth man of the year, not
Yeah,
one of the 5 best freshmen in the league, but he's a fringe lottery pick. Like that leaves your program in the spot that Illinois was in last year, which is good team, not a great team, no banners, and that's a scary spot to be in, I think. But I don't know. Am I just being harsh? Because I will say this: I think Will Riley will have a better professional career than Kasparis.
I agree with that. And look, I don't think. Look, are you being harsh? Maybe, but I don't think it's. I don't think it's completely out of like left field. I can see why you feel that way.
Okay. I would rather, if I'm a GM drafting at 14 and you could give me Will Riley or Kasparis, I'd rather have Will Riley because I think he's a guy. I mentioned this in the Kasparis video. Kasparis has to be the centerpiece, I think, to work. Will Riley can be the fifth option, fourth option, first option, doesn't matter. He will work. His game will translate. He just needs to make shots.
I came away from this season feeling better about Will Riley's ceiling.
I think so too. I also want to say this. I think Kasparis is a lot closer to his ceiling right now than Will Riley is. I think Kasparis is like a pretty finished product basketball player. And I think Will
Ooh,
Riley is extremely far from what he will be in the league.
ooh, we'll have to dissect that another time.
Yeah, we can flesh that out. We'll have a lot of NBA draft coverage coming with these guys. For Illinois, all eggs in the Dame Sar basket. Is that where they're at?
You mean the guy who just killed the Nike Hoop Summit?
Who like pretty clearly is dragging this out, wanting to go to the league too? Yeah, that guy. It could work.
A lot of things can work in life.
It could work. If not, they'll just get two more awesome Europeans, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
or we just we get the gang back together, Adam Miller and Jamel Jones.
Do you think that Will Riley was spooked by Ty Rodgers' return here?
Yeah,
Maybe. Best
yeah.
of luck to Will. Best of
Is he
luck
a
to
bad
Illinois.
guy?
Best of luck to Will and best of luck to Illinois.